Well, hello again. We are back. Part 2. To Bayou Welcome. The tour of this world. I am filming this with no plan. This is as abstract as it gets. We are going back, we're following back up on these buildings, these houses. I should say they were the houses that I used to have when I made my world. My second world. I mostly worked on my second world. And I added these houses each certain year or so. I felt like one house was cooler than the other, so I would replace them. And that's the first one over there, the greenhouse. The second one, this greenhouse took place when I was in second grade. And this one took place when I was in third grade. This last one took place when I was in fourth grade. We'll start off with the one in second grade. I just want to take a look at this. Again with my literacy. My terrible vocabulary. We are going to head over to the house, my second grade house. Looked a lot bigger back then, once again. This place acted like a secret base. I remember when I had the insert. You see, with the inserts tool, I brought it up in the last video, you can actually just spawn these houses and place them where you want them with a mouse. Put them exactly where you want them. That's the crazy thing about this. The inserts is you can just spawn them. You don't need to hold the object and stuff. It'll spawn there, and you plant it wherever you want with just the click of your mouse, and that's it. It'll provide all of everything. This is the entrance. Let's see what's inside. Not much, probably, but it looks still. I can still remember wanting to explore these areas back then. I was thinking about how cool they all were. I looked at the catalog and some of the description images for these models. They showed like really cool rooms. And I simply just spawned them. I never really explored them. I never gave myself the time to explore them, nor did I have any time, I believe. I just abruptly spawned them and acted them like they were a survival base for my brothers and his friends. When we used to spawn zombies outside of the building. This is not the exact world itself. I mean, we just randomly went through a random sandbox, flat world, and we just spawned whatever we wanted, created mayhem, chaos. Simply, this was one of them. Alright. Upstairs. Bathroom. Probably a girl's room. At least in those days. Maybe not much now. You could never really be certain. I'm just kidding. Just take it easy, okay? Nothing personal. And here's another bedroom. This would be nice. Taking a seat. You really would have to have a lot of money in real life if you wanted to have this kind of building. But that's where the joy of Roblox comes in. You can simply appreciate or enjoy your own world and people can create things for you instead of having to pay so much like you do when you're an adult. That was relatively quick again as well, just like all the other areas. I didn't expect it to be this quick. I guess once you actually take the time, it really doesn't. But in the moment, when you're in a disaster with your friends and you're building zombies and you're trying to avoid disasters and losing your health and dying, you don't really think about this. There were definitely core memories built around these things, though. Alright, second building. Here we go. Second building. Again, this one was made, I had during second grade. Now we are moving over to this one. Third grade. Very, very, very nostalgic feeling right here. The graphics, again, with these modified graphics that they add, the new textures, this just doesn't... I mean, some of the old textures are still here, but most of these, this was not like this. I remember exactly how it looked before. It was a lot smoother than this. But when I was here, I remember standing here. It was just my birthday. Third grade, for my third grade year in the summer. And I remember just standing here. Or you know how you sometimes go AFK and you leave your character standing around? Well, I had mine stand here for a bit when I went to go outside or get something or check the driveway to see if my cousins are coming to pull up to this house or not. Yep, right here, just right at the very front entrance, just stood right here. And then eventually the Roblox would automatically disconnect you for being AFK for too long. Wow. That was the year when I turned 8 years old. And then these were here. Not much I can remember. I remember though with the different house, but the third house, this house I didn't really explore very much. I really found the front side appealing because it looked about as realistic as it got for a house on Roblox at those times. It was always like this, just plain colors and not much, but this house itself was very cool for its time. They didn't have this weird color. It did not have that color. And I'll tell you this, it was so cool at the time. So cool at the time. Just to have these houses. Then build them and you just try. I just thought I felt like I was trying to be a cool guy at the time. Just like, at the time when I was playing this with all my friends. Well, not really, few friends. Yeah, I tried to find the coolest add-ons I could find, just simply for the sake of excitement for everyone to check out and try to take an install and just share. That was the gist of this exploration in my time. And here we are with a room, a dining room, and a kitchen. I never really went here very much. It was just it was the main entrance and it was just standing here. That was all that was left on this area. And now that's crazy though. But there was the feelings that I never forgot from being here. Oh, this was in one of the descriptions. They had this little auto charge or iPod charger. Excuse me. iPod charger. They had that in the description picture, and that caught my eye in the entrance as well. There's the bathroom. Wow, look at this. This is kind of a time travel back into the old Roblox years, I tell you that. Hold on. This chair's messed up now. Oh, it's a little difficult to actually look at this, but wow, can you believe it? This is the original Roblox display that they used to have for you in the past, and I remember this very frankly, very honest. This was what they used to look like. I wish I could get a little closer. It's hard to. This chair is messed up now. Oh, you know what? I got an idea. Oh, snap. I'm messing everything up. Oh. There we go. That should do it. Oh, that didn't help at all. Oh, man. I already messed up the chair. Now I can't even get a closer look on this. But you see, this is the original Roblox display they used to have. Unlike the one we have now, currently, they just had your character. They had your game, your world, and then they had the little selection, and then they had a little Roblox background display. Simpler times, simpler times. It did not look that modern. It was very cartoonish. Oh, what the bloody Christ is going on? Frame rates are dropping rapidly. Alright, here we are. Ah, what a day to live. What a time to be alive. Excuse the sudden gloomy mindset. It's just something that comes out every now and then at my time. To me, myself in general. Yep. Catalog, character selection. Yep. Wow, I didn't even... Yeah, that's the perk of exploring some of your old stuff. You didn't realize some things you don't even notice, and they leave off a good old part of your timeline and your era. Your footprints leave off details of something of that time. And this is the last room. Fish tank, I imagine. No, I'm an idiot. Reptile, lizard, whatever it is that's probably living in this tank. Snake, you'd imagine. And the bench press still works. This is your character's default seat. I remember they always had this. Your character just had that sitting position. It never could actually accurately lay down and actually do the motion. Like, Roblox now is a lot more optimized for animations and your characters and the model replacements. Your character model replacements. You buy characters. Before it was just these parts, your arms, torso, legs, and your head and face, and the hair, of course. Those are the only things they had. But now they add so much more. It's crazy. You can barely keep up. I could barely keep up. Alright. But that's the second house. That's all that's there now. I never went here. Never really went in the backyard to actually take a seat and appreciate the fire and enjoy the vibe of this area. But that's all for this house. This house was when I was in 3rd grade. A little old core memory right here. Just stood right here, and I was excited to see my cousins. I was waiting and thinking, just sitting out in the summertime, standing here playing a little bit. I remember waking up very early in the morning, around 8 or 9, and then just playing Roblox for a little, and then I just stood here, and just the feelings are still there. I can never forget that. The feelings and excitement that you would have just to get ready to see your cousins, and then right before that you would just exit out of this world. And that was what I remembered of this time. That was all that I remembered. Alright, now we are going to reach over to the 3rd house. This was the last house that I had for my Roblox career. This was a cool ass house. I mean, this is a cool freaking house. The door used to just automatically open smooth, very smooth like. Oh, for some reason, the keyboard's a little messed up. Oh, that's just great. You see, in the old days, we didn't know if we didn't have these flying tools, or we would have to spawn or put them in our jetpack. But with this flying tool, thankfully, oh, and the consequence of all that, you would have to fall and die. You'd have to die and then respawn and then walk all the way here. At least when the inserts were broken and they stopped working and you couldn't spawn your jetpack anymore. You would have to go through the whole Roblox Studio world and into your world, spawn your jetpack, and then you would have it as your toolbox, which was very time consuming and troublesome with the shortage time that you had, with the shortage that I had in my time in the elementary, going to school, sleeping early. Ah, man, these houses, they delay now. Before, they used to just open so much more quickly. We'll probably get back to this house at some point. Now it just takes a long time to properly load in. And I certainly think you guys don't want to stand here for 30 minutes to deal with that. So we will move forward. This is, well, we'll do a sprint. We'll do the sprint with this one. There we go. We'll go into the RV car that was in that tunnel that we went through earlier of my last sequence, last walkthrough. Get the car and drive for... We're gonna actually follow up with in the last video I showed you guys the tanks, or guys and fellas and gals. Yeah. Pardon me for not including them. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Take it easy. There was some tanks inside. There was some Halo tanks inside that I pointed out earlier, and the origins of those were in this one specific world that Roblox used to have. It's actually older than this Robloxia world that they have. I'm gonna give you that introduction. It's gonna be quite the trip, though. It'll take a bit. Just gotta go around here. Seriously, I can't get over this rendering distance. But I could easily optimize it. I'm too lazy to right now. Alright. Let's get to... Alright. This is gonna take quite a while. Huh, didn't even add the audio. I'm a silly person. I'll probably do it the next video. Alright, let's get up to this and introduce you to the second area that I wanted to show. Or the origin of that, the tanks. How I found those Halo tanks. I added this when I finished this world, upon finishing this world. Here's a little bus stop. And there's two ways you can actually get up. You'd have to go up to that little elevator that's in there, or you could take this makeshift road that I created. Oh, the one thing is, this will be a very dangerous road. You cannot risk making a misstep in your driving. Otherwise, you'll fall off the map and die and then lose this one. In this world, I spawned plenty of these backup RVs just in case you ever lose one. Okay. It's quite the trip up. Oh, right. I forgot to mention that when I was during the earlier makings of this world, I figured out these skyboxes that you can put into the world where it goes night and daytime, and I thought I was so cool for having that feature. It really is. It adds a lot of realism for the game, for Roblox. It felt really cool just having that nighttime daytime concept. It adds so much more to your game and your world. It adds more life. Yep. This is a trip. This is a trip. I don't even remember if I am even going to the correct area. Oh, yeah, I am. So this is where I found, this is where I had the Halo tanks that originated, where they originated from. It was this very world. And, yeah. It's a pretty simple... Oh, shoot! Automatically. Oh, that's a pain. Alright, I got a trick up my sleeve. It's a little dangerous. Okay. Alright. Oh no. This is risky. This is risky. Alright, I've got a trick. Alright, temporarily. This is older than the world that we currently had, or I showed you, Reese, currently. This was the original Roblox castle world that was also set as your default world if you chose it as an option. And wow, it's so small. Looking back at it, again, I cannot give enough explanation as to how these buildings felt so much more vast and wide in the past. And these walls are destructible. What you had also at the time was you had a for your toolbox, you had a rocket launcher, you had a sword, you had a paintball gun, and a cloning tool that you can spawn and clone blocks and build things. There was a world builder map that they used to have that required that wand, the magic wand toolbox that you can use. And but that's this world. And I figure, well, in the short time that we have left, we will try to at least get up to this building a little bit. Oh man, guys, look at me. I'm so strong. I'm so impressively strong that I can actually push this. No, that's just this model itself is they just kept like the components of the image itself, or the display, the physical image, and they retained the core parts like the wheels, but that's all they added. It's modern Roblox. This is not part of the old Roblox. We are already getting close. I really am amazed at how fast time goes by. The concept of time goes by is so much faster now. Oh snap! Looks like we're not gonna see that car anytime soon. Alright, this is also one of the old servers and worlds that people played at the time. They probably still have it around now. But this is basically your old sword world. I don't even know what to call it. We'll call it like a sword battle. Sword world. You had swords that you can acquire that had specific powers to them. One can be fire, ice, and poisonous, or just your regular sword. But you would basically, and there was like 20 players you can play with in these areas, and you would spawn in these specific areas, and then you can walk through these little outlines. They're basically your teleporters, and you teleport in specific areas of the world and fight anybody, fight anyone, choose to fight anyone, try to defeat them or die. Those are the choices you had in these worlds. I don't even think they work anymore. Yeah, they don't work anymore. It's so old, so long ago. This was the original era for me at the time. I'm trying to see if there's any swords that are still around. Looks like they're all gone. There used to be stuff. There was just a slab. There was just a slab with a sword sticking into it, and you would just touch it and equip it. Simple as that. Just crazy. This one actually does feel quite big. Here's an invisible walkway. A little bridge that you can cross through. Every world builder in this time was very intricate with the details, very meticulous. Adding secret areas just for everyone to explore. Another thing about this. Oh, looks like it. Oh, okay. Okay, we're good. We're good. Frame rates are just acting up again. Looks like I think I added a platforming. I didn't. Yeah, I did, but I was trying to make the world a little more manageable, so if you do fall off, you don't die. Yeah, back then I remember playing some epic music in the background. You would have this, and then you would have an extra tab with YouTube. Of course, you can still do that now, but that's what I did. I had some epic music on YouTube in the background, played this world that you can find probably in the games, and that was quite the time. This was in my elementary. This took place in my elementary years. And I'm surprised that there's so much to explore from in this area. These used to be fading steps, like they disappear upon you making contact and touching them, just like an obi from the old times, former times, as I should say. Harden the noise, the background noise. It's just filming this in the background of a house. In my house. What am I thinking? I'm an idiot. I'm simply absent-minded. I'm so focused on the world, I don't even know what I'm saying properly. Okay. Now, we are going to head over to one more area. Or we can actually take a look and see if the buildings or the doors are still available, which I'll probably do in the next part, the next sequence. For now, we'll just go through here. Hey, this one you already could. Any veteran players will recognize these. I'm sure the recent people still do recognize this though, the Sword World, because it's probably still around. Alright, we're gonna go to this area. We're not gonna go here yet. We're not gonna go to this cool mountain yet. Here we are, the old Iron Cafe. Anybody almost could recognize this. I don't know anybody that doesn't recognize this map. Or, I don't really have any room to say. I haven't played in a while. But anyhow, anyone would recognize this world. The cafe. This was your primary social hub spot that everyone can go and hang out with and just chat with their friends, or just insult players, like get into an argument with somebody. Ugh. You can forget that I just did that. And there's the bathroom. So interesting, right? And I just added this radio. Music used to play. There's a song that used to play on that, even in the insert. This was part of the inserts. Here's the drum set. There's probably sound. It probably is. I just don't have it on. I can't. How do I get this out of here? Okay. The dog Lou is barking again. Don't mind that. Alright. Here's your little cafe spot where you get your drinks. There's a cup here. I used to spawn like all sorts of other cups for us. There was even one of pee. It's crazy. Crazy to believe. Yes. Yellow, disgusting liquid. Anyway, this is your drink spot. And there's snacks here. We're already getting close to the end of this video. So crazy, so fast. Little hangout spot, sit display for everyone. Yes, this was the primary social hub during that time. Alright, well, that's the end of this video. I'll see you guys later. All right. 3, 2, 1.